mainly the inductance. And the inductors have calculated the inductors for different types of line configurations. Okay, transmission line configuration. What are the different line configurations? Because the same line configurations we will consider for calculation of capacitors also. Now for inductance, as there is flux linkage inside the conductor also, we have considered the flux linkage inside the conductor, also the flux linkage outside the conductor. Okay, and adding the flux linkage inside the conductor and outside the conductor, we have derived the formula for the flux linkage in a single line. What is the formula? Formula is just this one. Okay, this one, 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 ln d by r1 dash. In capacitance also, we'll calculate the capacitance for single two conductor single phase line, but there will be one difference. We discussed that also in the last class. As here you will find flux linkage both inside and outside the conductor, but capacitance will be calculated on the basis of the charge. Okay, and the charge resides only on the surface of the conductor, so there will be no internal charge. Therefore, there will be no concept of R dash, so the geometrical mean radius in calculation of capacitance. Okay, because you know R is becoming R1 dash only due to the addition of the internal flux linkage. Because if you consider only the outside flux linkage, it is simply this one. Okay, so due to internal flux linkage, this R1 dash is coming. Anyway, then we discuss the flux linkage of one conductor in an array. Suppose there are more than one conductor. So what is the flux linkage of a single conductor due to the current carrying by all the conductors? That formula we have derived. Then we have derived a composite conductor.
Hello, ma'am.
Of a single conductor.
Some noise is coming. Some noise is coming.
Noise is coming, yes. Okay. I am just 1 minute.
Am I audible properly now? Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If you don't, again I'm telling you, requesting you, if you don't find any break in voice, please tell me, okay? So shall I continue?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Please someone raise your voice like this, otherwise I won't be able to understand whether you are being able to listen to me or not, okay? So I will very often ask you. So we are discussing the inductance, okay? So we calculated the inductance of a composite conductor lines. That means instead of a single conductor, if it contains one conductor contains a number of subconductors, then what will be the inductance that we have derived? Then we have derived the formula for inductance in three-phase line. First configuration with equilateral spacing, then with unsymmetrical spacing with transposition. Okay, so then we have discussed about bundle conductors. We have considered two conductor bundle. There may be three conductor bundle. There may be four conductor bundle. We have considered that line. And lastly, I have considered double circuit three-phase line. Okay, double circuit three-phase line means this type of line. Okay, instead of a single circuit, two circuits are used. Okay, now we will directly go to the calculation of capacitance. So in capacitance calculation, as I told you, we have to find the charge. Okay, so the ratio of charge and the conductors per unit of potential difference between them is the capacitance between the conductors, because you know C equal to Q by V, okay, or Q equal to CV. So we'll start from this equation. The field intensity E at any point due to charge Q is at a distance x is Q by 2 pi epsilon x volts per meter. You are already aware of this equation. Now the value for this this is called the permittivity. You know the permittivity epsilon 0 is the permittivity for vacuum, and that is also the permittivity of air. So the value is 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12 or this one. Okay, you can remember any one of these. Now let us consider the potential difference between 2 points in a field. Okay, suppose this is a current carrying, this is a conductor having charge plus Q. Okay, now if we draw circles around this conductor, then all the points on a single circle will be equipotential. That means potential at all the points will be same on this dotted line. Potential of all the points will be same in this dotted line. Okay. The potential difference between 2 points is numerically equal to the work done in joules necessary to move a unit positive charge between the 2 points. So what is the potential difference? If we want to bring one charge, unit positive charge from this point y to this point x, okay, because this is also positive, so there will be repulsion, so some work needs to be done to bring one positive charge from here to here. Okay, so this is the potential difference is the work done in bringing a unit positive charge from here to here. And the electric field is the, let me reduce this screen, then you'll be able to see. Now the potential, since the electric field intensity is negative of potential gradient, okay, we can find the potential difference xy between 2 points by integrating over radial path between the 2 points. You know, integrating from y to x, it is same from as integrating from capital X to small x, because this is equipotential. Okay, so we can bring the charge from, we can assume that the charge is being brought from here to here. Okay, now as it is negative, so instead of this dy to dx, we are integrating from dx to dy. Okay, this is the potential difference. Okay, because electric field intensity is negative of the potential difference. So actually our starting equation is this one. Vxy is integration of e dx. Okay, e is this one and integration dx to dy. So the formula is this one. So the potential difference between 2 points x and y due to a charge q is between 2 points at a distance dx and dy is q by 2 pi epsilon 0 ln dy by dx. Okay, so this is the potential difference between 2 points x and y which are located at distances dy and dx, okay, due to a charge q. Now let us consider that instead of a single charge q, there are so many charges like a, b, c, m, like this. So what will be the potential difference between any 2 points xy? Instead of considering the 2 points xy, here we have considered AB. Okay. So the potential difference between points A and B due to all the charges present at A, B, C, D, m, that is equal to, from this equation, you can find the symmetry. If we write Vxy, then in the numerator, you have to write the distance of the point y from the current carrying conductor. In the denominator, you have to write the distance of x from the current carrying conductor. So here also, if we consider first the current carrying conductor as QA, so what will we write? Ln, in the numerator, we will write the distance of this B from the current carrying conductor. Our current carrying conductor is now A, from B to A. So it will be DAB, and denominator it will be the distance of the same conductor from A. So it will be simply RA, distance of this from itself. Okay, this will be RA. See here, there is no concept of R dashed. Similarly, when we consider the charge of the conductor B, then what will we consider? We'll consider in the numerator, we'll consider the distance of of B from B itself. In the denominator, we'll consider distance of B from A itself. When we consider charge at C, first in the numerator, we'll consider distance from B. That means it will be DBC. Then in the denominator, we'll be considering distance from A. It will be DCA. So this is, in this way it will continue. So you can find out the voltage potential difference between any 2 points due to the current carried, due to the charge in all the conductors. Okay. Up to this, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am, clear.
Okay. So now we will see for different types of lines what will be the capacitance. The capacitance of two-wire line, you know. Yes. এটা তো এখান থেকে এলো, এটাই তো তখন বোঝালাম, এই যে এখান থেকে এলো এটা, হ্যাঁ এটা Q0 না, এটা QB। হ্যাঁ, QA, QB, QC, মানে প্রত্যেক এক একটা কন্ডাক্টর করে ধরছি, বুঝতে পেরেছো? হ্যাঁ, দাঁড়াও, কেউ বোধহয় এন্ট্রি নিতে চাইছে। হ্যাঁ বলো। হ্যাঁ বলো। হ্যাঁ, QA, যখন QA ধরবো তখন ধরবো যে কিউ এই এর থেকে প্রথমে উপরে দেবো বি ডিসটেন্স, নিচে এর থেকে এ ডিসটেন্স। যখন QB ধরবো সবসময় উপরে, এই এটা তো বি, তাহলে বি এর থেকে বি ডিসটেন্স, বি এর থেকে। যখন QC ধরবো তখন বি এর থেকে এই সি, বি এর থেকে সি, সি এর থেকে এ, বুঝতে পেরেছো? যখন যে কন্ডাক্টরটা ধরবো তার থেকে ডিসটেন্স ধরবো, কাট ডিসটেন্স ধরবো, উপরে সবসময় বি এর ডিসটেন্স, নিচে সবসময় এর ডিসটেন্স, কারণ আমি এবি বার করছি, বিএবি। ঠিক আছে? নাও ক্যাপাসিট্যান্স অফ টু ওয়্যার লাইন, so it will come from this equation only. Instead of so many conductors, there are only two conductors A and B separated by distance D. So observing this one, you can easily write down what will be the potential difference VAB. What will be VAB? 1 by 2 pi epsilon 0 QA ln. What is the distance DAB? It is D only. So we can write D. And you know, in a two conductor dual line, if this is at any instant, if this is plus Q, this will be obviously minus Q. So what will be QB? QB will be minus Q. And ln RB by this will be D. So this will be the equation. Here we have considered the radius of two conductors, radii of two conductors to be different. One is RA, another is RB. So this will be the equation. Q by 2 pi epsilon ln D square by RA RB. Now what is C? C, you know, C is Q by VAB. So CAB, that means the capacitance between the conductors will be Q by VAB. So from here you can easily write down. So it will be 2 pi epsilon D square by RA RB. Now if we take two outside, if you want to cancel this one, this will be root D square, this will be root RA RB. Okay, so this will come. So actually this is the formula for the capacitance between two conductors in a two-wire line. Okay. So you just remember this formula only. You need not remember in this form. Okay. You remember this one, and you have to remember the value for epsilon for air. Okay. So now, so what will be the charging current? Charging current IC will be J omega VC, you know, CAB into VAB. Now, here you have found out the capacitance between two conductors. If we are sometimes interested in finding the capacitance from line to neutral, okay. Now, line to neutral means we'll consider that this capacitance is equally divided between each conductor and the neutral point. Okay, as if this one and this one, if we add them in series, then it will give this CAB. So this is one CAN, this is another this is this CBN, but we will consider it to be symmetrical. So this is also CN, this is also CN. So Now 2 Cn in series. Okay. And you know for capacitance, it will be just like the parallel formula for the resistance. So in that case, what will be that? Cn will be equal to twice CAB. Okay. Or CAB will be half of Cn. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am, clear.
So if we know the capacitance between the two conductors, then we can also find out the capacitance between, see, this is the capacitance between two conductors, and the capacitance between one conductor and neutral, it will be the twice the value of that capacitance. So twice CAB. Okay. Because sometimes you need to find out the phase current, charging current, all these things will be in terms of phase quantity. So you need to know Cn. So what will be the value for Cn? Value for Cn will be 2 pi epsilon. 1 minute. 2 pi epsilon ln d by root Ra Rb, or if you take Ra equal to Rb equal to R, most very often, almost in every case, these are equal. So the formula for Cn will be 2 pi epsilon ln d by R. Okay. So this is the formula in case of 2L line. Now, here there are some things are written. You study them. Actually, what are written that I am telling you, it is written that instead of considering, see, charge is residing only on the surface of the conductor. So instead of taking this distance d, we should have taken this distance of d minus Rb. We should have taken this distance, okay, not the centered distance. But as you can easily understand, Ra, Rb are much less than d. So hardly it will matter, okay, whether we take center to center distance or center to this surface distance. Okay, so the error is only, see, 0.003%. Therefore, we are not considering anything. Okay. Now, what is the problem? Therefore, we are considering the center to center distance. Okay, we are just taking that, considering this approximation. Now, the problem is very simple. This problem, you find the capacitance between the two conductors, single phase 10 kilometer long line. And remember, all the parameters we are finding out in terms of per unit length. So, yes, if you find C, you have to multiply it by 10 to get the total capacitance, as you have already seen in case of inductance. The diameter of each conductor is this one. So the diameters, the radii are equal. So R equal to Rb equal to 1.213 by 2. Spacing means capital D is given here. So you have to find the capacitance between the conductors, and also capacitance between one conductor and the neutral. Okay. And don't forget it to multiply it with 10 kilometer. Okay. And you have to convert all the distances into 1 unit, either centimeter or kilometer or meter, like that. But this formula is only for farad per meter. Okay. This formula is only for farad per meter. Now next, capacitance of three-phase line with equilateral spacing. You know what is equilateral spacing? You know though it is not shown here, but equilateral means all these distances will be D. This is D, this is D, this is D. So equilateral spacing. So equilateral spacing means instead of 3 conductors, there are 2 conductors. Only this is the difference. So obviously you can write the equation from here. QA ln DAB means it is D. D by R, or the conductors are identical. Then you write QB plus ln, again R by D, then plus QC ln its distance from B, then its distance from A. That means distance of QC, distance of C from B, distance of C from A. It will be D
0
by D, isn't it? So what you are getting the equation for three-phase equilateral spacing. It will be just like this. Okay, 1 by 2 pi epsilon QA ln D by R plus QB ln R by D plus QC ln D by D, because this D is for the distance between C and B. This is for distance between C and A. All both are equal in equilateral spacing. So it will be QC. Actually, this will cancel out. Now VAB, if you can find VAB, you can also find VAC. Okay. So in VAC, what will be the case? In the numerator, you have to find the distance from the that conductor whose charge you are considering to the distance C. So it will be QA ln D by R. Then plus QB ln, in the numerator you have to find the distance of B from C, which is D, distance from B to A, which is also D. So here it will be D by D. I hope you can see. Let me enlarge the, yes. So I hope you can see this one. This is VAB and this is VAC. Okay, only from that formula. The formula is same. You remember this formula, you can write everything in terms of this formula. Okay, this is 2.66. So what will be VAB and VAC? You have found out. Oh, sorry. This one, VAB and VAC. Now let us add VAB and VAC. This term and this term will cancel out. So what will be the coefficient of QA? It will be twice QA ln D by R. If we add this one and this one, it will be QB plus QC ln D by R. Because ln R by D. ln R by D common and QA plus QB plus QC. And you know, if we consider that there are no charges nearby, then QA plus QB plus QC at any instant equal to 0. So we can write QB plus QC as minus QA. And if we write it as minus QA, then we can minus QA ln R by D is equal to plus QA ln D by R. So it becomes thrice QA ln D by R. So the ultimately VAB plus VAC is becoming this one. Okay. Though the write-up is a little bit hazy, but if you listen to me, you can easily understand. This is VAB, this is VAC. So this is the formula. Now let us find out VAB and VAC in terms of the phase voltages. You know, in star connected line, the VAN is considered as reference V angle 0. So what will be VBN? It is V angle minus 120. VCN is V angle plus 120. So if you add this VAB, what will be VAB? VAN minus VBN. You can easily find, you can easily find out what is, VAB. VAB is VAN minus VBN. So you just subtract this one from this one. You do it by yourself. You will find it will be √3 V angle 30 degree. And if you want to find out VAC, you subtract VCN from VAN. You will find it will be √V angle minus 30 degree. You can find it from the phasor diagram also. You know, draw the vector diagram A, B, and C. The VA, VB, VC lagging each other by 120 degree. Then find out what is VAB and VAC. I will find this one. Okay. So now add VAB plus VAC. So if you add these two, ultimately you will get it as thrice VN. You can write it VAN, or if you are only concerned with the magnitude, you can write thrice VN, because VAN, VBN, and VCN are equal to VN. So we can substitute this VAB plus VAC is equal to thrice VN. So this is equal to thrice VN. So what is VN? 3 will cancel out. We can find out VN equal to QA by 2 pi epsilon ln D by R. Okay. So the line to neutral capacitance is CN, because you know this is the voltage, line to neutral voltage. So line to neutral capacitance will be QA by VN. It will be simply this one. So line to neutral capacitance is 2 pi epsilon ln D by R. Here you cannot write that CAB will be just half of this one, because in three-phase line you can understand all calculations are done in part phase basis. These are the capacitance per phase. That means from any line to neutral. Okay. The formula is 2 pi epsilon ln D by R farad per meter. Now, if you want to find the charging current, you know what is the charging current. Even if the line is unloaded, there will be some charging current because capacitance acts in parallel. Okay, so some charge will be always flowing in the line, very nominal. So that is called charging current. That is due to the capacitance only. So that formula for that is J omega VC. Okay, both are, this is VAN and VCN. Instead of VAN, you can write VN only because this is only the magnitude of the capacitor of the charging current. Of course, the charging current in phase A, phase B, and phase C magnitude will be identical, but there will be some phase difference. Okay, that you can always find out. Is it clear up to this? Any voice?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Can you hear me properly?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Now we'll consider capacitance of three-phase line with asymmetrical spacing. In inductance also you have seen asymmetrical means we have considered the transposition. Okay, because each conductor we have considered to occupy each position. Suppose conductor A has occupied position 1 during this 1/3 distance, then it is occupying position 2 in 1/3 of distance, and it is occupying position 3 for the rest of the distance. So here also similarly we'll consider that each conductor is occupying different positions, though different positions are not shown, but initially we'll consider these three positions 1, 2, 3. Let us first consider A is at position 1, B is at position 2, and C is at position 3. So you will get this equation. 1 by VAB will be 1 by 2 pi epsilon QA ln distance of this A from B, that means D12. Then distance from A itself, that means R. Plus QB ln distance of this B from B itself, then distance from B to A. So it will be D12. Plus QC ln distance of this C from B. What is the distance of C from B? It is D23. In the denominator, you will have distance of C from A. So it is D31. Okay. Now this is for position 1. We consider this is for position, say, Roman 1. Then for position for Roman 2. That means next 1/3 cycle, say A is occupying position 2, B is placed here, C is placed here. So you can easily write down this equation. I need not discuss. Okay, so as you have written this equation, then you can write this equation also. But remember, in your answer script, you must show 3 different positions. That means for say first case, first 1/3 distance, you put A here, put B here, put C here. And then for next 1/3 distance, you again draw this diagram. You write A here, B here, C here. And for the last 1/3 distance, you write A here, B here, and C here. And you write these 3 equations. Okay. That means you should not draw a single diagram like these things, but it should be visible also. You have to draw the diagram separately. Okay. So you can write this one. That means the potential difference between the conductors A and B at 3 different positions are these. So you know, as you have done in calculation of inductance, you have to take the average. So what will be the average? You can, instead of writing AB, you can write this is AB1, this is AB2, and this is AB3. Then you can write average. VAB will be VAB1 plus VAB2 plus VAB3 by 3. Okay, you have to write in this way. So if you add them and divide it by 3, so see, they have added them, divided by 3 means 1 by 6. This is this one, because when you add these 3 terms, what will be the coefficient of QA? It will be ln D12, D23, D31 into R cube, isn't it? Addition means, you know, multiplication. If you add ln A plus ln B, it will be ln AB. So you can multiply, you can write like this. Similarly, the coefficient of QB will be same, because it will be R cube by D12, D23, D31. What will be the coefficient of QC? Can you see? If you multiply these things, if you add these things, what will be the coefficient of QC? You tell me. If you add these three terms,
0.
0, it will be 0. So there will be no QC term because it is becoming 0. So only QA plus QB terms will be there. And you know, if I write D equivalent as cube root of this one, because in calculation of inductance also we have seen that cube root of D1, 2, 2, 3, 3 bar, you have considered it as D equivalent. Similarly, here also we will put D equivalent. See here? Yes, this is D equivalent, isn't it? Here also we put this one as D equivalent. So just 3 we are taking outside, okay? If we take outside 3, this 3 will cancel with this 6. It will become just 1 by 2 pi epsilon QA ln D EQ by R plus QB ln D R by EQ. Okay, so this is VAB. Similarly, VAC, you need not show the calculation for VAC. You just show one for VAB, calculation for VAB, derivation for VAB. You write similarly VAC will be, you can easily understand. Instead of B, it will become C. The formula will be similar. Then you write VAB plus VAC equal to thrice VN as you have derived. Okay, so this one VAB plus VAC, if you are asked to derive this one, if the marks is more, then you have to show this derivation also. How do you get this one? Okay, so you can write this thrice VN is equal to this one VAB plus VAC, because you know VAB means coefficient of QA are same, so twice QA ln DQ by R. Then here you will get QB plus QC ln QB plus QC you can take common, then ln R by DQ. So now QB plus QC you can take common and you can write in place of QB plus QC, you can write minus QA. So what will be this one? Twice QA ln DQ by R minus QA ln R by DQ. And you know minus QA ln R by DQ, you can write plus QA ln DQ by R. So it becomes thrice QA ln DQ by R. Of course, this will remain. So these 3 and 3 will cancel out. And what will be CN? CN will be equal to QA by VAN. It will be simply this one. Okay. So see, for symmetrical spacing and unsymmetrical spacing, the formula is same. 2 pi epsilon ln D by R. Instead of D, as the distances are unsymmetrical, you have to write DEQ. Okay. So it is not difficult to remember the formula. The formula has been derived in such a way that it becomes easy to remember. So if the problem comes, then you can easily find out. See here, the problem is the distances are given. These are unsymmetrical. Okay. So you find out what is DEQ. Then radius is given. Then you can easily find out CN. If you know the CN, then you can find out XC, because capacitive reactance they have asked. Then they have asked to find charging current and total charging megavolt ampere. Okay. So charging current will be simply J omega VCN. You can neglect J, you can just find out the magnitude. Okay, VCN, that means the V you know. And don't forget that V, that everything you have to calculate on per phase basis. If the voltage is 220 kV, what is the phase voltage? 220 by root 3. You have to consider that one. Okay, 220 by root 3 into the capacitive reactance. See, they have taken 220 by root 3. Capacitive reactance means this one. You can directly put this one into this one, you will get it. Okay. Not this one, actually J omega Vc. Okay. You neglect J omega C. So what will be omega? Omega is 2 pi this one. And C, we have found out this one 1.84 microfarad. You have to take 10 to the power minus 6. Then the voltage, per phase voltage. And charging megavolt ampere, you know what is the value? Value is root 3 volt ampere. Okay. Volt means root 3 into total volt ampere means either √3 VI or thrice VI. If you use √3, you have to take the line to line voltage. Anyone you can take. That will be volt ampere. You divide it by 10 to the power 6. It will be megavolt ampere. Okay. So you can read this one. I hope 27.97. This is 73.42. You solve the problem by yourself and then find out whether you are getting the same answers. Okay. So everything you are you just look at the problems, you just then you have to solve the problems, okay, by your own, then only it will be clear. Okay, now capacitance of bundle conductor lines. Okay, what we have studied in inductance, those configurations will consider for capacitance also. After after this symmetrical unsymmetrical spacing, we have considered bundle conductor, then we have considered the double circuit. Here also we'll consider bundle conductor. So bundle conductor, this is here 2 conductor bundle is shown. Okay, it may be 3 conductor bundle also. Okay, what will be the approximation? Here we have written the approximation is not is just for 2 conductor bundle. You have to use the, instead of DS, you have to use root of DS into D. If there is 3 conductor bundle, you have to take all the distances, okay, from the other 2 conductors which are both at a distance D. Always there will be equilateral spacing. Okay, even if it is not mentioned, you will consider equilateral spacing if it is triplex arrangement. If it is a 4 conductor bundle or quadruplex arrangement, always you will consider a square, the conductors to be arranged in the form of a square, so that you will get ds into d, and what is the other distance? It is √2d. Okay, so here also,
hello ma'am,
yes,
ds into d square means মানে ওই
No.
তিনটে কন্ডাক্টর হচ্ছে হরাইজন্টাল লাইনে আছে
না না হরাইজন্টাল না, বললাম যে ইকুইল্যাটারাল, ধরো 3টে কন্ডাক্টর ইকুইল্যাটারাল আছে, এবার ds কেন লেখা হচ্ছে, r কেন লেখা হচ্ছে, r ড্যাশ লেখা হচ্ছে, তো ক্যাপাসিট্যান্স মানে প্রথমে যে কন্ডাক্টরটা ধরবে সেই কন্ডাক্টরটা থেকে ওটার ডিসটেন্সটা ধরবে, তাই তো? তাহলে r ড্যাশ ধরা উচিত, ক্যাপাসিট্যান্সে যেমন r ধরবে এখানে r ড্যাশ ধরা উচিত, কিন্তু ধরো ওটা সিঙ্গেল কন্ডাক্টর নয়, তখন ওটাকে বলা হয়েছিল অনেকগুলো কন্ডাক্টর থাকলে ওকে ds ধরতে, সেই জন্য ওটাকে ds ধরা হয়েছে। এবার ওটার থেকে আরেকটা কন্ডাক্টর, 2 কন্ডাক্টরের রেজিস্ট্যান্স তো d, স্মল d, সেই জন্য ds into d into d, ঠিক আছে? হলে কি হবে, অ্যাডজেসেন্ট দুটো থেকে ডিসটেন্স কত হবে, ds into d into r, সেই জন্য ds into d into √2d into d এভাবে লেখা হচ্ছে, ঠিক আছে? The concept is similar here also. এইখানে horizontal arrangement মানে কি, horizontal arrangement বলতে অন্য ফেজের কন্ডাক্টর, কিন্তু নিজের ফেজের মধ্যে অ্যারেঞ্জমেন্ট কিভাবে হতে পারে, দুটো থাকলে এরকম horizontal, 3টে যদি থাকে তাহলে এখানে আরেকটা, there will be another conductor here, okay, and 4টে যদি থাকে তাহলে এখানে একটা হবে, এখানে একটা হবে, প্রত্যেকটা ফেজে এরকম থাকবে, আইডেন্টিক্যাল থাকবে, এরকম থাকবে না যে না এরকম হতে পারে, কিন্তু সেটা স্পেশালি তোমাদের বলা থাকবে। Okay, I will show you that example also, where the conductors are not identical. Anyway, say the bundle conductors are arranged in this way. It has been shown, it is not always that D will be located here, C will be located here. C can be located here also. Okay, B can be located here also. Okay, this arrangement it should be mentioned how this B, A, B and C are arranged. But the bundle conductors will be always arranged, if it is a 3 conductor bundle, if it will be always arranged in the form of a equilateral spacing. Okay, 4 conductor bundle, it will be arranged, the 4 conductors will be arranged at the corners of a square. Okay, but this is not mandatory that they will always lie in a single line. Here this is shown just for an example. So see, carefully note, if there are 2 conductor bundles, then what will happen? The charge, total charge QA, half of the charge will be in conductor A, half of the charge will be in conductor A dash. So you understand? Here also this at any instant, the charge here will be QB by 2, charge here will be QB by 2. Here also, charge here is QC by 2, here QC by 2. But that condition will always be zero. Now let us consider A state, but in bundle conductor lines, we have to consider A and A dash, both the conductors. Now see, if we consider both the conductors, what will be the formula? This formula is same 1 by 2 pi epsilon. First, we'll consider this QA. So it will be QA by 2 ln D12. This distance is, we'll always consider center to center distance. Okay. So the distance of this one, ln D12 by R. Okay. Then we have to consider this conductor also. Okay. So plus QA by 2 again ln D12 by R. D12 by D. Now why here there is R and here that is D, then I will now discuss. When you are considering this from this distance, we'll always consider D12 because this small d, small r, these are very small with respect to these distances, capital D12, D23, D31. Okay. So that approximation will not consider from A to B. The distance that will be same from A dash to B. Understand? We'll consider these distances to be the center to center distance always. Because this small d, it will hardly matter whether you write distance between A and B, whether you write as D12 or you write D12 minus D or you write D12 minus plus small d. It will hardly matter. So always we consider D12. But here, when you write VAB, then first consider QA by 2 into ln. So this is the current turning conductor. So in the numerator, it will be the distance from this conductor to B. That will consider D12, distance from this conductor to this itself. So it will be R. Now we consider the charge in conductor A dash. So it will be QA by 2 ln. What will be the distance? See here AB is written. So the distance of A dash from this B, it is always D12. In the denominator, it will be distance from this conductor from A, isn't it? Because this is VAB, you have to consider the distance from A. So what is this distance? This distance is small d. Understand? Again, I am repeating. Here you find 1, 2 and on to numerator, there is no problem. Whether the distance from A to B or the distance from A dash to B, it is always D12. Therefore, here also D12, here also D12. But in the denominator, you are finding the distance of the concerned conductor. First, what is the concerned conductor? It is A itself. So, distance from A to A. Okay. Now, in the next case, your concerned conductor is this one. So, distance of this one to A, that is small d. Therefore, you are writing small d. Is it clear? If this is clear, other things will be clear. Will be said. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am, clear.
So, this is R, but here there is D. Because you are considering the distance first from this one to this one, then you are considering distance from this one to this one. Therefore, D is coming. Similarly, for QB, if you consider, this one will be like this. For QC also, this one will be like this. Okay. So, what will be VAB? Actually, again, I am telling this formula is coming from this formula only. It is same as you have written here. As you have written here, it is all the same. Okay. So VAB you have found out. So VAB is coming like this, because when you are adding this one ln D12 squared by RD, if you take 2 outside or these will cancel, this 2 will cancel with this 2, so it will remain like this. QA ln D12 by root RD. This one will be this one and this one will be this one. So this is VAB. Now, so see, this equation is exactly same as that of with unsymmetrical spacing. 1 minute, what is the equation? With equation they are telling 2.91 is same as 2.82. Yes, this is 2.82. See, instead of bundle conductor, you have used, instead of single conductor, you have used two bundle conductors. So what is the difference? Instead of R, there is one term root over R into small d. So it is exactly same. If this is exactly same, then other things we can write it in a similar way. Only in case of R, it will be root over R into small d. Okay. So everything will be same. Now we have to proceed exactly the same way as we have proceeded for three-phase line with asymmetrical spacing, and ultimately you will arrive at this equation. Which equation? Everything will continue in a similar way. Only in place of small r, you have to write root over small r into d. So ultimately, what is the equation? Equation is this one. So here, what will be the equation? See, ultimately they have derived this one, 2 pi epsilon ln dq by root over rd. So this is same, 2 pi epsilon ln dq by r. So instead of r, it will be root over of rd. Understood? Only difference is that you have to derive up to this one. Sorry. You have to derive up to yes, up to this one, and then similarly you will proceed the rest as shown in unsymmetrical spacing. Now see, so it is just written here that why are, instead of capacitor, why in case of capacitors this R dash is not appearing, I have discussed earlier also, and how the total approximation is confined to root RD only. Everything is remaining same, but in bundle conductors it will be root over, instead of R it will be root over R into D for two bundle conductors. So for three bundle conductors, what will be the case? R into D, because both the distances are D, so R into D square. For four conductor bundle, you can easily understand R into D into root 2D. Like that, it will vary. Is it clear to all of you? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. See, here it is written. What I've told you just now, this is written. Okay. It is easier to solve problems because just you remember the formula, you just put it, because you don't need to remember too many formulae. You need to remember 2 or 3 and just you have to adjust. But it's important to know why you are writing small r into small d in place of r. Okay. So this is a problem. Problems are very easy because what is shown, center to center distance between adjacent phases is 12. So as they are shown in that is they are arranged in horizontal spacing. So 12 into 12 into 24. So this is DEQ and other things are same. Okay, two conductor bundle. Radius of each subconductor is 1.6. Okay, and what is the distance between conductors of each phase? The distance between subconductors of a phase is 45 centimeters. That means this is small d. Okay, so you can easily find out. This is root over of small r into small d. You can apply the formula and find out. Okay. Now last type of configuration, that is double circuit three-phase line. Now double circuit three-phase line, though in the inductors calculation the double circuit line was shown, exact configuration was shown like this. Okay, here only one configuration is shown. Okay, because in the problem, okay, that too in the form of a problem. Okay, here also you have seen, just 1 minute. Here also we have seen, we have solved this one in the form of a problem. See, this was the problem. Similar configuration is given here. Okay, so instead of ABC, there is one parallel circuit, A dash, B dash, and C dash. Okay, these are different phases. A is one phase, B is one phase, another phase. Here also A dash is one phase, B dash is one phase, C dash is one phase. So all the distances are given. This is root 3D. Okay, the values are given. This will be twice D, and you need to calculate these distances. What is AB, what is BC, what is CA, like that. Only for finding out these distances, only the concept of knowledge for geometry will be required. I think you can do that. Okay. So you find all the distances. Now what is DEQ? DEQ is DAB, DBC, DCA. Okay. What is DAB? See, DAB, this DAB, you have to find out. It will be D, small d. Because this is root 2. This is actually twice, means this half portion is actually D. This is D, this is D. So from that you find out later on. Okay, you see to the pen and paper, you can easily find out this distance to be D. So DAB is this one. See, I have told you earlier that when you write DAB, you have to write this. This will appear after one step. In between there is another step that you should write. Otherwise, or you should note it down what I am saying. Otherwise, you will find problem. Because DAB means distance of this one to B, then distance from this one to B dash, then distance from A dash to B, then distance from A dash to B dash. Okay. So DAB means all the 4 distances you have to consider. Clear? So just like here, concept is exactly same as that of calculation for inductance. See, distance between DAB. Okay, geometric distance, these things and these things are all the same. So you find it out, this one. Then you find out this DBC. What will be the distance between DBC and what will be the distance from DCA? Okay, so you write it down. Then you find out what is the self distances. That means you have to put this. Ultimately, you have to put this formula. This formula EQ we can find out, then you have to find out root over RD. Okay, so you have to find out this one, root over RD. What is D? D is actually twice D. Okay, see, CC dashed, AA dashed and BB dashed, all are twice D. So instead of small d is actually twice of capital D. So in the denominator you have to write this one, root over of R into twice D. Okay, so you can run, then you can put the formula and find it out. Henry per phase per meter. Remember, you need not write per phase because here always means per phase. Okay, then other things. What is the next question? Next question is the per phase D is given, R is given. You need to find it out. Then line voltage is given, line length is given, find the charging current, okay, and charging megavolt. This one as usual, you have seen another problem. Similarly, you find out this one. Okay, then another example is given here. What is the circuit configuration? Circuit configuration is example 2.8. What is example 2.8? Let's see. This 2.8. Now the circuit configuration is this one. Okay, for this configuration also we find out in the similar fashion. Okay, exactly, and then solve this one. Clear? Is it clear to all of you? Because if you,
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
if you understand this problem, you can easily understand the next one. Okay, you have to write it down. Why it is appearing d into root 3d? Okay, d, why it is appearing d into root 3d into d into root 3d? Okay, let me show how you have to exactly solve the problem. I have one problem sheet where I have solved the 3 problems. Okay, let me go to that. So in the capacitance, let us stop it here. I will again continue in the next class. Now let us solve some problems on inductance. Okay. Similar problems may also come for capacitors. Okay, you try to find out the answer for capacitors. See how we have to write that I am showing it here, you here. See, calculate the inductance per phase for 3-phase double circuit line. It is not necessary always that double circuit lines will be arranged in this form, or in this form. It may be arranged in this form also. Okay, this is also double circuit line. Okay, this is one circuit, this is the next circuit. Now they have GMR, you know, inductance GMR will come. Okay, this 1.06 foot with horizontal configuration, these distances are given. Now see, what will be GMD? Because you know the formula. 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 ln GMD by GMR. This is the formula. So you have to find GMD, you have to find GMR. What is GMD? It is cube root of DAB, DBC, DCA. What is DAB? Okay. See, I want you that you should write this step. Then you write this one. For every problem, please follow. You write this one. This is for your sake only. Otherwise, you will get confused. So what is DAB? Actually, first DAB, then AB dashed, then D AB dashed or D BA dashed, D B. Okay. First you take mutual distance from A. What will be the mutual distance from A? It will be AB and AB dashed. Then you take mutual distance from B. It will be BA and BA dashed. Okay. Similarly, here also you consider that. Here also it is the same thing. If you consider DAB, first you write DAB, then DAB dashed. Then you write DBA, then DB dashed. Okay, then you will be, your concept will be clear. Otherwise, you will get confused. Why this is appearing DAB, sometimes DAB dash, why all these things. Okay, so you must write for every problem, you must write this step. Is this step clear? It is important that it should be clear at this step. Why we are writing DAB as this one? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
It's simple.
Yes, ma'am.
First, consider conductor A from B, A to B dashed. Then consider conductor B to A, B to A dashed. Simple. Okay, mutual distances. Never you will write A dashed or AA like that. Always from A to B. It may be A to B dashed, it may be A dash to B, but always in this form. Now you can find these distances from here and find out this one. This is not important. Important is this one. Now next, similarly DBC, you see B to C, B to C dashed, then C to B, C to B dashed. Exactly same. Okay, so then CA dash, CA, you can write this one. So then what is the equivalent? Cube root of this one, this one, this one. So it becomes simpler. If you write these steps, you will find it is very simple. But if you try to avoid these steps, then it will definitely get confused. That I am 100% sure. So this is GMD. What is GMR? GMR is DSA, DSB, DSC, because this is not a single conductor. If it were a single conductor, we would have written only R dashed. But what is DSA? DSA is simple. You can write it as, you need not write it in this way, because you know, for bundle conductor, if it is 2 conductor bundle, instead of R, we use root over R into small d. Okay. And if it is inductance, we write R dash. So R dash into small d. Small d you can understand. This is small d. So R dash into this small d. You need not write this. Unnecessary, there will be confusion if you write 1/4. You need not write root over of. You remember root over of RD. When you use bundle conductors, approximation is root over of RD. If inductors, root over of R dash D. So you find out. And DSA, DSB, DSC are same because this mutual distances are same, isn't it? So find out this one will be same. So what will be GMR? GMR will be all this one. Okay. So it will be simply, you need not write these things. You just write root over of small R dash into D. So it will be like this. Okay. So now what will be L? Now it is simple. Ln this GMD by GMR. This is the formula. Here. Now this problem is very important. See how the configuration is looking like. Here there are 3 conductors and here there are 2 conductors. You can easily understand it cannot be a 3-phase line. If it is a 3-phase line, 3 conductor must be present here. So what type of conductor is mentioned? Single phase transmission line with 2 circuits. One circuit is composed of 3 solid wires, each 0.1 inches radius. Return circuit is composed of 2 wires, each 0.2 radius. Okay, so this is one circuit. This is the return circuit. That too, the radii of these conductors are different from these conductors. Okay, but the solution will be same. What will be GMD? GMD will be distance of each conductor from one circuit from the other circuit. You please, instead of 3-phase line, what happens? GMD means distance from A to B or A to C and B to C. Okay, for 3-phase circuit, because A, B, C are different phases, but here it is a single phase line and this is one circuit. So GMD will always be the distance from this circuit to this circuit. Don't get confused. Mutual distance means distance of this circuit to this circuit. Self-distance means distance between the conductors of this circuit and between the conductors of this circuit. So what is GMD? Mutual distance from this circuit to this circuit. So first take this conductor. So DAD, BAE. See? Then distance of this conductor from the other circuit, DBD, DBE. Then distance of conductor C from the other circuit, DCD and DCE. Okay, as there are 6 terms, you have to take 6 rules. You can also add another 6 terms. You can consider this conductor take the mutual distances. You can also consider this conductor take the mutual distances, but ultimately you will arrive to this equation. Is it clear? This step, it is very important that this step should be clear to you.
Yes, ma'am, clear.
Yes.
Okay, please go through it. Otherwise, you will find you will remain confused. Why sometimes we are using DAB in GMD? Why you are not using DAB here? Okay, because this is one circuit, this is another circuit. GMD means mutual, so distance from this one to this one. Now see for self GMD. Similarly, you can get this one GMD have got. Okay, they have written these things. They have found out the GMD like this. Then self GMD. Self GMD means for side X, what will be the distance? DAA, BAB, BAC. Then DBB, DBA, DBC. Then DCC, DCA, DCB. This is the self GMD of this circuit. What will be the self GMD of this circuit? DD, DD, DEE, DED. Okay, so these will be different. Here, when calculating, you are calculating self GMD, it will be only for 3 conductors. Here, only 2 conductors. So see, the self GMD will be different. Self GMD is actually DMR. We write it as S. Okay, and so see, DA, EB, AC, like that, what we have discussed. Okay, so there are 9 terms. So 9th root, and for here, for the other conductor for side y, there are 2 conductors, so 4 terms. Clear? So for side x, ds has this value. For side y, ds will have completely different value. So you can easily understand, if you want to find the inductance for this circuit, you will have one value. Inductance of this circuit will be another value. Okay, so what will be the inductance for Lx? It will be this one. See, numerator is same because dm is same. Mutual GMD. The GMD will be same, but ds will be different. Okay, so the 2 circuits are having different inductances. Now, if you are asked to find out the total inductance or sometimes loop inductance, then you add these 2 and find out. Previously, what we did for single phase line, we did that as both these were equal, we simply multiplied it by 2. If you remember, I told you, if you are asked to find out the loop inductance, you have to multiply it by 2. The single inductance, you have to multiply by 2. But here, the inductances are different, so you have to add this 2. Okay, so this problem is very important. Here also similar type of problem, only the arrangement is different. Okay, first you have to understand whether it is single phase or 2 or 3 phase line. If it is a 3 phase line, completely different, because if it were a 3 phase line, what you have to do? To find out GMD, you have to consider these distances A to B, A to C, B to C, B to A, like that. But here you have to take the distance from one circuit to another circuit. Don't get confused. Similarly, this problem is exactly same as that of the previous one, only that these configurations are different. Okay, that distance is you can easily find out. What is the distance between 1, 1 dash? Okay, just add 1.5, 1.5 and 2. Okay, so 2 plus 2, 4. Therefore, they have written 4 like that. So your first step is to find the GMD, that means mutual geometrical mean radius, geometrical mean distance, and then you have to find the self distances, because the distances between the conductors of each circuit. Okay, so dsx and dsy will be different because one is containing 3 conductors, another is containing 2 conductors. So it will be different. Then different Lx and Ly will have different values. Then to find out the total, you have to just add Lx and Ly. So is it clear, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
See, again I am telling you that next class I will solve from more problems on capacitance, but before that, please go through all the problems that I have already provided, and some more problems I'll be providing you today also. Please solve all of them, otherwise you will remain confused and you cannot understand. Okay, and if you have any problem here, you can always ask, and also you can ask me in the next class. So I want to end the class here today. So is it clear, all of you? Are you getting my notes that I am providing?
Yes, ma'am, clear.
Okay, are you getting my notes? Okay, I am also providing you my recording also. So please study, and I will continue again in the next class. Next class means next Monday, same time. Okay? Is it okay? So thank you, all of you.